wild. Savage duck, victory style. Oh. Passing cars, one by one. Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. It's a quick team on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Checkered flag in his sights. Racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage duck, victory style. Oh! Savage duck on the track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur. F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he's starting. Heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high. Victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars, one by one. Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars, one by one. Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Picks up quick team on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars, one by one. Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop quick team on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Checkered flag in his sights. Racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage duck, victory style. Oh! Passing cars, one by one. Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. It's a quick team on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Checkered flag in his sights. Racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage duck, victory style. Oh! Savage duck on the track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur. F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he's starting. Heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high. Victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars, one by one. Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars, one by one. Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars, one by one. Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Checkered flag in his sights. Racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage Duck, victory style. Oh. Passing cars, one by one. Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. It's a quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Checkered flag in his sights. Racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage Duck, victory style. Oh! Savage Duck on the track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur. F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he started. Heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high. Victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars, one by one. Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars, one by one. Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped. Speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars, one by one. Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop quick team, on the toes. Fuel and tires, then he goes. Checkered flag in his sights. Racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage Duck, victory style. Oh! shot. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the night. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage duck, victory style. Oh! Savage duck on the track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur, F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he's starting, heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high, victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars one by one, Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Picks up quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the night. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage duck, victory style. Oh! Passing cars one by one, Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. It's a quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the night. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage duck, victory style. Oh! Savage duck on the track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur, F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he's starting, heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high, victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars one by one, Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun, doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage Duck, victory style. Oh. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun, doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. It's a quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage Duck, victory style. Oh! Savage Duck on the track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur, F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he's starting, heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high, victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun, doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun, doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun, doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop quick, team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage Duck, victory style. Oh! Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun, doing laps, feeling alive. In this race he will thrive. It's a quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild. Savage Duck, victory style. Oh! Savage duck on a track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur, F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he's starting, heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high, victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop, quit team on their toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop, quick team on their toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop, quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop, quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild, Savage Duck, victory style. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. It's a quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer, crowd goes wild, Savage Duck, victory style. Oh! Savage Duck on a track, zooming fast, never look back. Flying past cars in a blur, F1 dreams he will conquer. Last on the grid he's starting, heartbeats race, engines roaring. Corners tight, adrenaline high, victory calls reach for the sky. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop, quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop, quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Back on track, can't be stopped, speeding forward like a shot. Passing cars one by one, Savage Duck is having fun. Doing laps, feeling alive, in this race he will thrive. Pit stop, quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Pit stop, quick team on the toes, fuel and tires, then he goes. Check checkered flag in his sights, racing hard through the nights. Fans all cheer.
Welcome viewers, we're about to start the race here for the Race on Oz Gamesman sponsored race of round 4 or 5, I forget now. Let me just check what it is, but it is here held round 5, held at the Grand Valley Highway. 22 laps we're doing this evening, starting at sunrise. It's going to go at full normal race times, and it's not going to be sped up. Let's go into spectate as Dash. We'll watch come out, and I'll just change settings here to make sure I know exactly what I'm doing. Get everyone's name up. I won't embarrass anyone who's put on hard tyres for the qualifying sector, but Dash once again, who is leading the competition, pretty much got one hand on the cup, but still with 3 races left, that's including this one, we could still have the potential of Fezza or even Halfbite, who's Seth Sander, could grab that championship trophy away from Dash. Dash knows what it's like after last season. Selrath, just watching him, his debut here season, just getting the grips of the car and racing here with Race on Oz guys. Easy Prey, who is a old time veteran of the group, he is a championship winner. Which championship I do not know. I'll have to look that up. If I did my homework, I'd do it right. Anders, another championship contender. He pushed me all the way to the end with my championship that I fluked and finished 3rd. Wolfie, another veteran of the Race on Oz group. As a oh, don't mind me, as we're heading through. I'll just check some keyboard bindings here to make sure everything's working. Arnold, well, Arnold's not that number, Arnold's this number. Arnold, who is a good sparring partner to Wolfie. We'll see how he and Wolfie duke it out this time round. Those guys always get close to one another. And you can see here Wolfie's pitting for softs. Obviously he went out on hards, so one of them actually managed to go out on hards. Anyways, looks like my voice and everything's working while I do a cough. Sorry about that. The air condition pushes my voice to the end. Alright, we are racing on highway number 1, and we're racing inside the cab here with Dash Vanguard. I'll just make sure my key bindings are right. Yep, that's the right one. This is the actual first qualifying lap. We'll call this the hairpin under the bridge. Very awkward one to do, because stepping out here and under the gantry, if you don't feather the accelerator right, you can end up tail happy. Watch here, Dash will be crossing the line shortly. Don't forget, this race, they do have to have a mandatory pit stop to change tyres, so have to have at least 2 different tyre types to go. We'll see what sort of time that Dash puts in. Dash puts in 1:57. We'll see what Halfbite puts in. 1:57.6. As the air conditioner is running around my my lungs. Sorry folks, it's warm weather followed by a whole heap of rain, and the air conditioner does make a mess of my lungs. But coming through here, got Halfbite. He's second on the podium. Arnold's actually on third. He's pushed his way up, and he's not far behind. Well, a second 20 behind Dash. Dash obviously looking for every single piece of bonus points as possible to solidify and hopefully win the championship with a race to spare up his sleeve. Easy Prey, who is fourth in the competition, or third, I can't recall in standings, because the latest standings are still getting scrutinised by the stewards due to indiscretions from not only the Red Bull Ring 2 weeks ago, caused a lot of headaches for the stewards going through all the people using liberal corners, but there's been some altercations in last week's sprint race, which you always get in the sprint races because everyone wants to get in front at the first corner, and then throughout it can get a little bit argy-bargy. We'll just see what's going on here. This is Dash about to go through on his third, if he will make better time. These guys in this race, just watching there, he's put on another best time, a 157.1, so putting pressure, but half bite 157, well 156, almost, not quite a 157 flat, but 156. He has taken provisional pole so far. Watching, we'll just start from the back end and see how Wolfie's going. Wolfie, he had to pit, so this is actually his official first lap. He's probably a bit cranky with himself for have to change his tyres for the qualifications. As he scoots around, we'll see what sort of time he puts in. Don't forget, Wolfie is a controller driver. He crosses the line. Let's see what sort of time he puts on with the controller. A 2-minute flat, so a little bit, three and a bit seconds off the pace. So I'll just put a no, I won't bother about going to Discord and advertising this to the guys, because many of the guys who are in Discord are probably in the higher divisions or racing in this race. So I start waffling on more and more. Anders has actually put in a 158.1 and somehow has turned himself around. If I can watch that on the replay, what he's done here. He's just come around. Yes, okay, this corner here, tail heavy, not much downforce on the back end of the car, and he spins it right around facing the wrong way. Can be easy to do. It is a twisty, windy track, this one, and the low end torque of this car, if you don't feather it right or run around in zero traction control like us, one of the Michael Schumacher's, we end up turning it if we aren't too careful. Anders still third, makes second row, and just looking at what we've got left in the race, have a look at what time's left. 2 minutes left. Or is it? You'll never tell. So, running out of fuel. Typical glitch of the PlayStation here. Fezza, I haven't managed to watch him race around the track here. It's good to see him back this week. And he is fighting for positions on the podium for the competition. Looks like Arnold's going into the pits on softs, but he's just had enough. Full second behind the pace, but he is third on the podium, so he'll start in second row unless Easy Prey or Anders pushes him down. But still, second row for Arnold is a good effort, considering that he qualified on hards. This could be a bit of a dark horse for him. He's third fastest on the track on hard tyres, while the others are scooting around on softs. It's a good effort there by Arnold. watch Anders, see what sort of time he'll put in for this. Do hope this is a 10-minute qualifying thing. If it's 15 minutes, like accidentally set for that one at Nürburgring, we could be in all sorts of strife here. But it should be drawing to a close. 10 minutes past 8. This must be the final lap. It is the final lap just come up, so everyone will be crossing the line for the final time. Half bite. He's still got a lap to go. Dash. Arnold's already in the pits. Anders looks like he'll be the next one to cross. Actually, just check. So Easy Prey crosses the line. 2 minutes flat. He hasn't improved his time at all. Fez's already crossed. He's 6th. Selrath made 7th position. And I'm just flicking around everyone at the moment. Half bite. It looks like everyone's managed to go through. Anders looks like he'll be the final one across the line, or will it be Easy Prey? No, Easy Prey. I'll just follow. There's still somebody to come round. Maybe it's Wolfie. Yep, Wolfie's the last one to make the best of his time to come through. See if he can make it up higher in the grid. 2 minutes flat. No, he hasn't improved his time. So that there, folks, is qualifying, and these are the results. If I have to get this up, so I'll wait for the race to close, and I'll have to save the time remaining, 1:27. All right. Save that as a thing as we let everything just draw to a close. Got a minute to go, just in case we have a track which is 3 times longer than this and it takes a lot longer to get around. We've got a call-off time of 1.5 minutes, so bear with me, people. And then we'll get the race underway. But it looks like we have Half Bite front of the grid, Dash Vanguardian second. Second row we'll have Arnold, who did his qualifying in hard tyres, and is next to him on second row in 4th. Making up the third row will be Easy Prey and Fezza. Fezza does have a good launch on him. He's worked out how to get this car going rapid off the lights, so watch the orange car as we start this race. And Selrath and Wolfie, they make up the last row as we get stuck into I'll just copy this for the stewards to do this, and we'll get the race underway. So once it kicks off, I'll put the settings up, as I struggle to do this behind Half Bite's overlay. We'd like to thank Half Bite for this Gamesman overlay. As I stuff things up as per normal, and waiting for the lights to, we just have to wait until all lights are, and we're off and racing. So straight away out of the gates, Half Bite, you see where Fezza's been blocked off by the other guys here, but looking through the group, Half Bite on the inside. Dash is going to try and go around the outside of this tight hairpin, and then it's a race down the hill, which I'm not sure how these cars go down the hill. I didn't do any practice in this. Dash is all over the back of Half Bite, and we've got Arnold, who is right there behind and watching closely. He must have something up his sleeve for this track to give this sort of pace on these guys, the front runner guys. Dash, and we've got Fezza going for a dive around the inside of Anders. He's giving all sorts of pressure on Anders. But Anders managed to hold him off. Trying to flick to a different camera angle. Anders has hit the wall a bit. Does that give a chance for it? Well, touchy-feelies here as the guys trying to make their way through. It's early days yet. I'll just watch that on the replay. So we'll see what's going on here. Bit of a drama here. Fezzer's probably, well, sideways in the wall. So just a little bit of soil there and sand, and he's in all sorts of strife. So down the grid he goes. We'll go back to the actual race if this lets me. And we're still the race leader, as it looks like Arnold has gained a position here. We'll just watch what's happened. So Arnold in third, Anders just touching him. Oh, I see what's happened. So we've just gone back to that point there. Arnold fights it out, and we'll just go back to the races. Dramas are probably unfolding as I'm too captivated with replays. So watching this, it looks like Selrath has gained 2 positions out of this, and Easy, he's dropped down to 7th. So just after lap 1, we've got Half-Bite fighting off Dash Vanguard. These two are both Bruce Hull Racing driving. Captain Risky probably doesn't want him to fight too much, but Dash does need to put the pressure on Half-Bite, because Half-Bite, if he stays in this position, will just inch that a little bit closer. His drop round will be a 0-pointer, whereas Dash's drop round, as we have drop rounds in our race, his lowest score is actually not one of his wins. So he's won everything except for one. His drop round will be, yeah, something that's pretty substantial. So just watching through as they go through under that bridge, and now it's the left, right here, and then onto the bridge, if I'm not mistaken. We'll charge down the bridge. Brake mark is generally the 100 board, and Half-Bite is putting on big times through here. So maybe he's on softs. Maybe I've cut the race too soon and he didn't have a chance to change to mediums or hards. So we'll see if he's going to get cranky with me when I talk to him, if I try and contact him in the group. So just watching. This is lap 3, still leading the race. Half-Bite by only a second and a half, so he's outside of draft range to Dash. Dash has just sat into this comfortable position. Will look like he's excuse my voice, as he's gone around the corner, learned a bit tail heavy. Selrath has made his way up into 3rd place, as he's may have just put a bit of practice in on this race, and it's going to be quite easy to just see what's going on with Easy Prey and Wolfie back here, because I know it looks like Wolfie's had a spin. So we'll see what's going on with Wolfie. Okay, that looks like Wolfie might have pushed Fezzer around, and he's just readdressing for Fezzer. So never mind me. We'll go back to what's up the front. So Anders, Arnold, and Selrath are fighting for the last spot on the podium. Meanwhile, I have a coughing fit. I can only waffle on about this kind of stuff so long. But looks like the race for the moment is between these three guys for third. Looks like Arnold may have just fallen back a bit, but he might still be on hards, whereas the others, because of my premature race start, they probably haven't even changed to mediums yet, so they probably will race around softs and having a dummy spit with me. So I'll just look around in the group here. Looking around, wow, Anders looking for an inside run around this hairpin. Is possible to do that down here. Down the hill is going to be a hard one, but you have to brake in the right spot and get right beside him here, going into this, well, I'll call it Devil's Elbow, because it's very reminiscent of the old Devil's Elbow in the Adelaide Hills that used to eat a semi-trailer and a B-double every day back in the 80s. But both get through there cleanly, and yeah, looks like the race might be settling down a bit. We'll just go back to the front of the queue and see what's going on. Half-Bite's pulling away slightly from Dash. Maybe Half-Bite, we'll just say during the week, he has probably put some hours into practicing this race. He does want to put a bit of competition for Dash. Dash may be just quite happy to sit in second, because I think it was fifth will be his drop round. Half-Bite's will be a no-show drop. Maybe I'm being a bit ahead of myself because there's still 2 races to go after this race. So Bruce Hale Racing, for starters, is in box seat at the moment, with a 1 and 2 and a 4 as well in Anders. So we'll just watch Anders for a while and see how he's going in amongst this Devil crew. Actually, they've sort of like separated out a second and a half apart. So apart from a big mistake or a wall grind, they'll probably not come to grief anytime soon. I'll just jump to Fezzer because he looks like he might have got himself in. Yeah, he's sort of, no, he's actually got easy prey all over his tail, and that's a bit of a worry for Fezzer. This is tight in this. Easy Prey does know how to get around other cars without touching them. He has good racecraft and good experience. It's not to say Fezzer doesn't, because Fezzer has been racing with this group of ours for a while. Getting out on the soft stuff there can make you lose grip. Don't know if Easy Prey's got the advantage on that, trying to go in tight down into this hairpin, which is a double left, and you can get unstuck like Fezzer did earlier, because when it's really tight, well, it looks like they're just skipping through here, just touching up a little bit. Yellow flag ahead, yellow flag ahead. Might be Anders, if I can get to have a look at that. Not Anders, Arnold. So Arnold's right behind Anders, getting down, and looks like, no, Anders has gone all pear-shaped, so that was bad call on me. Anders has tailed it a bit there at the, we'll call that tail hairpin, and I've seen 2 people now. It's been Fezzer and Anders have been the victim of that hairpin, where you come out and the rear wheel spin. Maybe a bit dirty tyres, quite possible. And we've got Half-Bite pitting in on soft. So, yes, he's going to be absolutely mad at me for not getting in to change the tyres. So, that's why he was probably pulling away from that. Selrath on softs as well, diving in. Yeah, these guys are probably going to get cranky at me for hosting and not giving him time to change tyres. So, I apologise, guys. It was my fault. Probably going to have to give a minute to everyone. As did I see somebody go out on hards? Was that Half-Bite out on hards? Out in front, and with his father right behind him, and give him some grief. as Wolfie does like to push his son around a lot, not on the track, but let him know who his father is. But looks like Half Bite already got up to race pace. Maybe Wolfie's holding back to let him get some distance away. But Fezzer, he's closing in on Wolfie. So, don't know what happened to Fezzer earlier on. But Easy Prey now up in the 4th. Anders in 3rd. And he's hitting the soil again. These guys are, even though it's not track limit based, they are pushing themselves onto the soil, maybe for my liking a bit too much. It wrecks the tyres, but also wrecks your grip on the ground. These cars, not so much in the downforce side of things, but they're, as you can see, the tail end of Anders' car flicking around. Dash has dropped out. So this could be a bit of a downside here, as Dash has dropped out of the race. We have a new race leader in Arnold, and uncertain what's happened there, as might be a storm for Dash or something like happening, but this has happened to him before and has cost him a race. I'll just see what happens. I'll put time off and I'll try and get hold of him in the background. I've tried to reach out to Dash, don't know what's come of him. He might come into the stream a bit later. I'll send you a Discord message. So this has sort of shaken up the dynamics of my quick jump into the race thing, as people have had to put on softs, take off their softs, and now onto hards, might have to pit again. Let's put Arnold in the lead. And he's in the lead by 6 seconds, so he would have started on hards. Probably going to run till his fuel's finished. It's run in his favours. Half Bite in 3rd, making his way up through the field. Anders as he's about to cross the line. Let's see if he flashes the lights. If he flashes the lights, that'll tell me he wants to have a chat. Doesn't look like it. We'll just have a look at, as we're listening to my husky and border collie in the background have a bit of negotiations. Uncertain of what's going on about here. Alright, so lap 8, still another 16 to go. We've got Easy Prey pitting in on his hards. To see where Wolfie is, I might have a chat to Wolfie, see how he's going. You there, Wolfie?
Yep.
Yep, mate.
Yep.
How's things going? I didn't mean to disturb you. Sorry about that, mate. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to see how you're going. Looks like
sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, Dash has left the race.
Yeah, I don't know why. He was in the pits. He came in behind Bezza. and then within about half a lap he was gone.
Okay. Well, he's left the party chat as well, so might be internet problems. I've sent a Discord message out to him to see how he's going. He doesn't look like he's jumped into the stream to see how the race is going to go.
I'm sorry, I didn't. You can hardly hear you. Sorry, matey.
No, that's all right. Well, I'll put you off, and I might jump on and talk to Easy Prey if that's all right.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, for now.
Bye for now. Alright, I'm racing with Easy Prey. How's he going? You up for a chat, Easy Prey? Maybe technical difficulties here. Probably can't hear me. I'm too busy concentrating on the road. Probably doesn't want to listen to me. Alright, put myself back on mute. Sorry about that, guys. It's, Easy Prey, 7th, had a pit. I'm just doing his outlap now. Race leader Arnold. Press the right button. Race leader Arnold. Let's see if I can find a good position to watch him from. We'll be racing inside with Arnold at the moment. See how he's going. He's got like 7 seconds ahead of everyone else, and we'll stick with this and we'll do the whole lap coming through, as I'm running out of things to talk about as the race is sort of spreading further out. Just up there on the curb a little bit there, Arnold. It can get the car unbalanced, and we're about to go through the tunnel. When you come out of the tunnel, right up near the top of the hill will be the end of the lap, and he'll be starting lap 10 if he doesn't dive into the pits. But no, okay, he's not diving into the pits. He's racing away under this Armco. He will be starting lap number 10, 12 laps to go. So this hairpin can get a bit dicey. If you hit the curb on the inside, you can, if you ease out, get straight out and onto the downhill section on VR, which a couple of us drivers are on VR. I think Anders might even be on VR. He'll have to correct me on that. Half Bite's on VR. Go down the hill, it really does feel like you're going down a hill. Into Devil's Elbow here. If you don't feather your accelerator right, you can get tail happy. This double left corner here does test drivers for speed. Arnold's just taking it nice and easy through here. He's got like 7 seconds up his sleeve to Anders behind him. And then down through here, if you looks like people get a little bit too much soil here, and you do really a Scandi flick if you're not too careful. And I think that's probably what's happened to our 2 victims we watched earlier between Fezzer and Anders. So now coming through again, a left, and then you sort of got an opened right hand corner up onto the bridge. Look for the penalty zone and just absolutely boot it until you get down to the overpass, well, sort of an overhang sort of thing, the 100 board, slam the brakes on, then trail into this corner, try and get as far right as you can so it opens up the left, and then jump over the right a bit and hope the car stays stable, and then straight through. You can gun this vehicle, I would say 100% sure, flat out through here, and right through here. If you take the right line on Group 3 cars, you can go through flat out. So on Group 4 cars, this one is, you can take it absolutely flat out. So now just going back to the other race view. Now I'll move on to see how other people are going. So Fezzer, he's about to start his 11th lap, so he's whole 24 seconds behind. Yeah, 24 seconds behind Arnold. Just look at Anders. So Wolfie's diving the pits on mediums. He's probably going to come out on hards and finish the race on those with 11 laps to go. So Anders is 6.5 seconds, and he's slightly gaining on Anders. Whereas we've got Halfbite, who's not only the pole sitter but also fastest man on the track. So he himself will be he'll be probably gaining 2 points out of this, and anything could happen here. There is some people here who will be able to jump ahead with the God, I'm just too much information going through my head at the moment, sorry guys, and really just trying to fathom what's to come out of this. So this is not one of my best commentary positions here. I usually do everything and I edit all the gunk out, and unfortunately everyone's listening to what I'm waffling about. Anders has probably hit the wall there, probably trying that a little bit too hard. He's probably seeing his time come as he's creeping up ever so slightly close to Arnold. I didn't see any sparks on the wall just then, but it can get dicey. He's gone into the pits, so he's probably needs fuel and change tyres. Arnold, who is a stickler for short shifting and looking after tyres, he will probably have to pit. Now, the dynamic of this is Halfpipe, will he go the full distance, or will he have to pit again to win this race? So I'll just check to see if there's anyone else watching this stream, or I'm by my lonesome. Yeah, I'm by my lonesome. So bear with me, guys. Hopefully this will be streamed and put up for everyone to watch later on tomorrow. I don't think there's anything in there that will be copyright striked. I'll have to delete out. Music's done by my wife, so I can't do that. Fezzer's gone into the pits. He's probably has to put on hards, or he might, yeah, we'll have to put on hards if he's got another 10 laps to go. Softs probably, they were dead, and Halfbite had to pit in after 5th. Again, I'm sorry Halfbite for doing that. But, second will still be valuable points for him to keep up Anders, who, well, obviously this will be Anders' drop round, so things will be interesting in the coming of time. So maybe Dashes, well, he hasn't tried to come back on at any stage or even get into the chat room, so yeah, don't know. Internet problems, so while I go into another coughing fit. Yep, sorry about that. Mad typing and mad coughing on my part. I'll just see where Fez is sitting at the moment. So Fez he's a minute behind the pace, but I think Arnold's still yet to pit. Now, I haven't been taking notes down on when he's pitted or not. Halfbite, he's made up a second the last 2 laps, so he is making ground on Arnold with 9 laps to go. I'm not sure if he'll be able to do that. We've got Anders, who's well and truly back. He's 40 seconds behind Arnold, but a 3rd position for him as I go into a sneezing fit now. every time I say sneezing fit or coughing fit is a drinking game. We'll see how unsettled you guys are, and if you're able to drive home after watching this race, we'll see. Selrath, respectable 4th position, and he's only 4 seconds behind Anders, so if he just stays in touch with Anders, and with Anders, who's really abusing the soil here on Arnold's gone in the pit. I'll have to change to Arnold going into the pit and see where Half-Bite comes out of this. So Half-Bite will take the lead with 9 laps to go. Now the question will be where will Arnold come out of all this? So now watching Anders, he's about to dive into the tunnel and Arnold's putting fuel in. So how close will Anders be when Arnold exits pit? So Arnold's obviously, that's his last pit. He's put in 71% fuel. And is he out? He's out on medium, so he might be on a stronger tyre, if anyone can remember what tyre Anders came out on. But Anders is right behind Arnold, who's got cold tyres. Will Arnold be able to get up to speed? Will he be able to hold off Anders? This is now just come into an interesting time of the race with this fight for 2nd position. And if Anders does take 2nd position, it'll be again 1-2 for Bruce Hale Racing in this Gamesman-sponsored RaceonOz Division 4 Season 11 race, Round 5. So Anders, again, you can see he's taking up every millimetre of this track to try and gain as much time as he can, or close right in on Arnold before he gets onto the bridge. He did come unstuck here around this corner before. Someone's just jumped out of chat channel, corner of my eye. Looks like, yeah, anyway. Sidetrack is the problem. And both these guys out in the soil. And Anders going for a big switchback, heading down the straight. He's probably going to go for a dive up on the inside. He is right behind Arnold. Now going for the dive on the inside. They are side by side. Looks like Anders is going to own the apex, and we'll just watch that in the replays. That was a clean manoeuvre between the two of them. So let's flip to Arnold's point of view. As you can see there, side by side, Anders right up on the inside. Arnold's pretty much a passenger there, and it was a clean manoeuvre in the end. Well played by Anders. So back to that. Another sneezing fit. Bit of a problem when you're doing Sunday cleaning around the house, it's kicking up dust, but Arnold is not letting go. He's got fresher tyres than Anders, so, oh god, sneezing fit again. Arnold in 3rd. Easy Prey has just jumped in the pit, so Wolfie's gone up into 6th position. So probably another lap left in, probably another few laps in Wolfie. I can't tell with the RaceonOz logo covering the bottom there. I can't see if there's any fuel left or what Wolfie's left on. And in the coming Super Sprint coming up next week or the week after, I do believe it's next week, it is going to be 3 races reverse grid as Wolfie is gone out into the soil, and I'll look at somebody else because I'm sure he doesn't, well, he corrected himself pretty well. Well played, mate. And he's back into the scheme of things. He probably doesn't want to lose too much time. If he does have to pit, Easy Pro will have him. Now, further up the road, we've got Fezzer, who's pretty much in no man's lane. He's not racing anyone at the moment. but it's good to see him join. He missed out on the race last week. Now, going back to, I think it's next week's Super Sprint round, we have reverse grid after the first race qualifying, and that will be mandatory 3 different tyres for each race. So you can pit in each of these Super Sprint races, but they are a sprint. So those who will be doing this race, which we'll have to see where it is at, I'm going to have to check my stuff and go to the calendar. So yes, next race is at Road Atlanta, 7 laps each for the 3 races, but mandatory different tyres for each race. You have to have a soft in one, hard in the other, and a medium in the third one. So it'll be interesting to see what strategies people have, if they go out on the hard straight away and then change to soft to finish it off, or start on soft, and if it burns out too soon, go on to mediums, start on hards and then try and finish off on softs, or just not pit at all, because Road Atlanta is a bit of a dicey one to have going. We've got Half Bites now in the lead. I must have missed pitting there, but we've got there, yeah, of course we have. He pitted and Half Bite took the lead. So we've got a Bruce Hale first and second. As I was going about Road Atlanta, it is a hard one to pit at. Those who haven't practiced at the pitting there, they will get penalties. I guarantee that, as you have to go over the rise and do a hard right while the car is lifting itself off the ground. Not an easy thing to do unless you preempt going around this. Now we're watching Arnold. He is putting the pressure on Anders. Maybe Anders' tyres are just starting to fade in the end. I'm not sure. Selrath is pitted. He has to put on fuel. He's only got 9% fuel left, and that might get Fezzer a chance to get past him, which it should. Yep, Fezzer takes 4th position away from Selrath. So good racing here, and some odd sort of tactics happening around, not including my premature race start, which probably didn't give people time to get off their qualifying tyres. Again, I apologise for that. Another drinking game. Now watching Fezzer. He was in no man's land, but actually made a jump with a pit, a person going into the pit. So Selrath, who he himself is really much in no man's land. He's got Wolfie behind him, and okay, he's starting to have some net code issues, which might be a worry, because I am hosting this race, so I don't know if my connection's bad, or my wife watching Netflix in the other room is sucking this dry as she gives me the 2 fingers up. It's not that, so it can't be that. Of course it's not that. Half Bite has jumped into the pit, so this will see where will lead Anders. Anders, as he comes through the tunnel here, he will be able to come out 5 laps. Half Bite's second pitting, so Half Bite's going to come out on softs for sure. Try and make something up. And Arnold zips up into second. Fezzer, yeah, softs it is for Half Bite as he's out. Fezzer's a little bit too far back to make any impact on that. But Half Bite didn't even see what sort of fuel he put in. So see if I can go back and see the replay on how much he's put in. No good for me. So anyway, Half Bite in third. He's got 7 seconds to catch up to Arnold and get around him with only 4 laps to go. Quite possible he would have probably only enough fuel splashed in there to finish off the race. Arnold, who's definitely, I know he put on 71% fuel. He's actually right behind Anders, who's on older tyres. So maybe Arnold might be able to clinch a win here if Anders' tyres start to fade. Now, Arnold just needs to stay where he is. He's Selby Racing driving. It's been a while since Selby has won a race in the lower divisions, if at all. Div 3 I know they did, but I'm not going to reflect on that one. That was 2 seasons ago. Fezza, yeah, like I said, he's in no man's lane. He's got 20 seconds apiece behind him and the others. Just see where Easy Prey is, who was putting on some good times for the race. But, yeah, just, well, 8 seconds behind Wolfie. You can see Wolfie there in front of him with only 4 laps to go. Now, Wolfie just needs to hold his nerve to hold on to 6th position, heading through the field here. Doing good at this. But yeah, he's probably not going to be able to make any time on Selrath, but maybe Selrath is, yeah, he too is in no man's lane, 20 seconds apiece either side of him, so he just needs to hold his nerve. He might be able to have a pit jump on somebody if somebody ahead of him, but we'll just move back up to half bite, see how close he is. He's inching into Arnold and Anders, and it could be a 3-way race here for first position. Looking at 3 laps to go, and you just see, yeah, you can see half bite just there in the distance in the background. Here you can see Arnold for sure. Half bite, who does use VR, can look around the whole vehicle out through side windows and so forth, and he'll be able to see Arnold and put the crosshairs of the 3 Mercedes Arrows right there on Arnold's bumper. Anders, anyway, is quite comfortable. You can see here 3 cars. Now, this is the race for first, so Anders might be flailing here. No, he's put on a 1:58.97, so it's his fastest lap for the race. He's actually probably pulling away for Arnold. Arnold, 1:59, 1:58.5, so yeah, he's just slightly pulled away. And we'll just look at half bite. What half bite's, well, half bite's only just got out of the pits according to this. So we'll see what sort of time that half bite puts on for this lap, lap 19, and see what is coming about. He is, as you can see, creeping right into Arnold's time. So he was 4 seconds behind. He's now just under 3, a 1:57.3. So he is gaining time on Arnold. Arnold will, its race on here is between half bite and first is only 5 seconds, and half bite is man on the mission. He wants that first place to at least keep Dash at bay and away from the championship trophy, even though they are teammates. Half bite is looking for a championship win. However, Anders for Bruce Hull Racing holding out in front of Selby Acoustic Racing, followed by Half Bite, who is putting a lot of pressure on Arnold now, getting close. Another 0.3 of a second. Wolfie's just gone in the pits again. Maybe that's him for the race, not sure. Maybe those hards are absolutely burnt out. And we'll see how we go. So yeah, half bite, he'll be right up the tailpipe of Arnold by the time they get to the home straight, and he'll try and do a manoeuvre. We'll just stick with us, guys. He'll try and do the manoeuvre going up the hill into the hairpin along the home straight. can see here, well, not quite close enough really. No, he's just out of reach of draft range, so maybe not this time. So it might have been just a scrape on a wall, a bit of dirt on the tyres, car a bit uneasy, and half bite couldn't quite get the well, he's gone around the outside here around Arnold, so I'm going to have to watch that on the replay, because that is just unbelievable. Here I am saying it's not going to happen. I've got Arnold going around the inside. Oh, he's overcooked it into the curb, into the Armco, going onto the bridge, and a half bite sees the opportunity and just makes full advantage of that. So unfortunately for Arnold, he's surrendered second position to half bite. Now half bite's looking to track down. We've got 2 laps to go, this one and the final lap. So will half bite win this race? Not 100% sure. We head through and watch Anders go sideways around that corner. That's not going to do himself any favours. His rear tyres must be absolutely screaming in pain, as we got half bite absolutely charging down behind Anders. Excuse me, as I am trying to hold off these sneezes and coughs to at least commentate and view what I can see here at the moment. The race is now on for first place, as we're just going through the tunnel and we're about to start the final lap of this race. And I dare say that Anders has got tyres which are all sorts of pain, and half bite, who's on softs, who's on a mission. So we cross the line and start the final lap of this race. As it stands, it will be a Bruce Hale Racing 1-2 for the team's championship, but for the overall win of this championship race, uncertain. We got half bite closing right down on the heels of Anders. We'll stick with this, guys, as Anders is fending off half bite. Half bite just missing the soil there. That's good on him. The tyres should have enough grip to get around here on the inside. Anders out wide, and half bite right on the inside of this corner and straight through out of Devil's Elbow, and Anders surrenders the lead. We'll see if I can get back far enough to watch this on the replay, as it dives in on the inside of Devil's Elbow, holds it tight, no touching whatsoever, and gets the job done. Straight through, Arnold in third, with Fezzer, who really is in no man's land, but it looks like Selrath is actually gaining some time on him. Selrath is a good distance behind Easy Prey, who's in sixth, and he's pretty much in no man's land as well. I'll just go back up to the race leaders here, because the race is about to end in a minute, as we head around these S's for the last time, go through the fast S's. Looks like Anders is not going to give up anything here, as he pushes straight through, half bite leading of the race, and going across the start finish line for the final time. The race leader here, half bite just ahead of Anders, followed by Arnold in third. Arnold makes up podium position. Heading back in fourth position is Fezzer, who did have a few mishaps. One of them was done by another driver. It wasn't his fault. It was a forced error, but they readdressed that. Fezzer coming through in fourth position. He's setting himself up for a Blunty celebrationary win, and then thought second of it. Selrath, respectable fifth position. He's done some great work during the week, must have. light's coming off. He's going to cross it just as daylight starts. 5th position is Sora. Just watch where see Easy Prey. He's not too far back. He's had a few mishaps along the way, and we'll see how we go there. As they cross the line, so a little bit further and go across the line. I'm not sure where Wolfie is. Wolfie's still another 30 seconds back. He's just going around the Armco underpass. Easy Prey going up the hill, crossing the line, 6th position. We'll just watch Wolfie finalise this off, finishing the race, 7th position. Not an ideal race for him. Probably a bit unsettled again, probably my fault for starting the race too soon. Me not following the proper protocols and starting the race too soon. But Wolfie, respectable 7th, and quite 2 minutes behind the race leader in his son. So bookends to the Sander family. It's the race draws to a close for round 5. Half bite the winner. So I'll just get rid of that overlay and save the image, and that pretty much is the race for this evening. Thanks for those who joined us, and good to see those who did actually watch to come join us. So that's the race for this end, and we'll hopefully have standings up and ready for everyone to watch next week. Doesn't look to be any steward issues this week. So see you then.